Hey everybody, it's segment producer Tom Barnes from the WGM Morning News. This is the Chicago scene, and this is something kind of different. I haven't done this much before. Heading into the woods because a friend of mine, her name's Jessica, she's over there. She wrote this awesome book. So you know what, Jessica? I'm gonna make you hold the book. So take that. And why don't you quickly explain what that book is real quick and why you wrote it?
Sure, thanks,
Introduce
Tom.
yourself. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that.
Oh, that's okay. I'm Jessica Mlinaric, and I'm the author of Secret Chicago, A Guide to the Weird, Wonderful, and Obscure. So it features 90 places in and around Chicago that are kind of a hidden scavenger hunt to unusual parts of the city.
Right. And one of the big scavenger hunts that we're going to go to today is something that I actually used to do in high school. I grew up in Palos Hills, and I think I just told you just a couple seconds ago. Part of Stagg High School's curriculum in 1998 was outdoor park and rec, and this was one of our projects that we had to check out. And we're heading to a nuclear reactor site, right?
Absolutely.
Or a former one. Explain real quick.
Sure. We are at Redgate Woods in Palos, as you said, and there's a lot of, hikers and bird watchers and stuff in this beautiful park, but there's also some incredible history that's still here. The world's first nuclear reactor is buried out in the woods, and we're going to go find it.
Yeah, so we're going to do that right now. We're going to get our stuff together. We're going to drink about 5 gallons of water because it's 150 degrees out here. But we're going to check it out. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're going to go. All right, we're walking through Redgate Woods. It's really warm, and Jessica assures me that we're not lost. So we're totally not lost, correct?
Yes, no thanks to the signage in the park.
Oh, good.
So there are 2 nuclear sites here. So right now we are on the way to Plot M over here along the orange loop. So we're going to head up this hill and find that. The other site is called Site A, and you'll find that along the Wolf Road Loop Trail here. So that's where we will be going afterwards.
And we're checking out remnants of like the first ever Manhattan Project, right? Or not the first ever, the only Manhattan Project.
The world's first nuclear reaction.
Yeah.
It took place at the University of Chicago as part of the Manhattan Project in 1942, and they did this under the football field on a squash court. So it wasn't exactly, the most sustainable location for them to continue experimenting. So they moved the operation out here in the woods. It's pretty secluded around here, and they built
Except
a new
for those guys.
Right. facility called Argon, and that's where they continued the experiments during the war.
And a fun fact for any Southsiders who are watching this, that the football field at University of Chicago was home to Amos Alonzo Stagg. He was the coach in one of the most winningest football programs at its time. And if you grew up in Palos Hills or Palos Park or Hickory, that is there's a high school, Stagg High School, named after that gentleman. So that all ties into what we're doing today for anybody who is a Southsider. That's a fun fact for you. I bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
All right, so we're gonna go. We got to go up this long
let's follow the
trail.
Orange Trail here and look at Plot M.
All right, let's go. All right, so we've been walking for about 15 minutes or so. We're in the middle of Redgate Woods, and we found something. I'm going to let Jessica explain because that's why I brought her, because I don't know what I'm talking about. What's going on here, Jessica?
So you can see this granite marker poking its head up out of the grass here. This is one of 2 markers that denote where the nuclear stuff was buried. So
It's very official nuclear stuff.
Nuclear stuff.
Yeah.
After the experiments at the University of Chicago, and they moved the facilities here to Argon, they renamed the first reactor CP2, and they built a second reactor that was the world's first water-cooled reactor named CP3. And they continued the experiments here for many years. After the war, Argon became Argon National Lab, which was the nation's first nuclear research lab.
It's kind of a big deal in the nation's defense, all back then happening like in the southwest burbs of Chicago.
Absolutely, and you can see it's pretty secluded around here, so it was a good place to conduct some experiments, much better than, Hyde Park in the middle of the city was.
And it literally says, do not dig. So just in case you thought you can dig for some strange reason, you cannot dig. And it says, buried in this area is a radioactive material from the nuclear research conducted here in 1943 to 49. Burial area is marked by 6 corner markers 100 feet from this center point. There is, and 2 has been crossed out, danger to visitors to the Department of Energy in 1978.
No danger.
No danger. Sorry, I said somebody crossed out the no to put danger. So there's supposedly markers in here.
Yeah, in the 1950s, this whole facility was decommissioned after they moved Argon, and they gave this land back to the Forest Preserve, and they just took all that nuclear waste out in the woods and buried it. There's 2 sites, as I said. So they had one site with the nuclear reactors, and they had another site with all of the other associated radioactive materials from the laboratory. They put everything in sealed containers, dug some trenches, and covered them up, and here they are today.
For you to just stumble upon and walk on, and it's all for free. So we're gonna head to the next spot on our trail. I think we got to go back that way, right?
We do, yes.
All right, let's go. All right, as we were walking out, we read the sign that said there's markers that are 100 feet from the center point, which is what we found. And these are what the markers look like. At least we think it is. There's no marker for the marker, but it's a very purposeful, looks like hand-cut stone. And I would say, you say that's about 100 feet, right?
About 100 feet.
Yeah, 100 feet. Markers. So there's 5 more of these in this area, which kind of makes sense because if you look around, it's flat in the middle of a forest reserve, and it's kind of crowned. What I mean by crowned is it kind of goes up in a flat space and slopes off on the sides. Right? Does that sound official enough to you?
I think so. And as I say in my book, it's a great place to have a picnic on the old nuclear reactor waste because it's nice and flat and sunny.
How much you want to bet? I'd be willing to bet that somebody has proposed to somebody at that site.
Oh man, I wish I would have told my fiance that. That would have been a good idea.
All right, so we're going to continue walking on, and maybe we'll give you guys some more ideas of where you can propose or have a picnic. We're going to keep walking. All right, so now we're finally getting up to Site A here at Redgate Woods. Here's a little marker that you'll find. And Jessica, is there anything that you want to tell us about where we're at right now before we see it?
So Site A is the final resting place of the 2 reactors, the world's first nuclear reactor, which was renamed CP2, and the world's first water-cooled reactor, which is called CP3.
All right, and so that's just up there. So before we melt in the blazing sun, let's head up for a walk and check it out. All right, let's go. So we just walked up from that path, and here we are. This is the, what would you call it, the entrance, right?
This is the monument to the world's first nuclear reactor.
It says it was rebuilt on this site in 1943 after the intentional operation of the University of Chicago. Oh, okay. Basically, they're just an official rock.
An official rock marking the 2 reactors that are standing buried underneath us right now.
So, I mean, does it say how big it is, or is it just literally it's just this whole space right here?
You know, I don't know how big a reactor is.
I imagine it's kind of big, right?
It sounds like it should be big.
Well,
here's some signage. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, it's kind of big.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, there it is in the ground.
Oh, they even have a little, you can follow them on Facebook or Twitter. It's called Chicago Pile. Oh, that's why it's called CP1 and all that.
Chicago Pile 1 and 2 and 3.
Turning on me here. There we go.
There they are, conducting experiments right here in the Forest Preserve.
So that's it, huh? That's our big journey, and I'm guessing that's what all of this is out here. Well, that was fun. Are you ready to walk all the way back?
It is fun. Let's not drink the well water on the way back.
No, I heard that might not be a good idea.
Well, in the 1970s, they did some testing around here and found a little bit of radioactivity in the Redgate Woods well. It was not enough to harm human health, but a little alarming nonetheless. So they've done testing over the years, and these days they say that it's all good and safe. They overhauled this whole park in the 1990s and, you know, added these nice markers for everyone.
Oh, so it was really hidden before that.
Yeah, to come and enjoy. Now we can, you know, picnic, as we said, and come see where history is buried.
Yeah, and my fellow classmates at Stagg High School, this was Outdoor Parks and Rec. This was the class we took, and this is our final. I remember this is back in '98. It was a while ago, but still, this was one of our finals that I remember we had to do, which was kind of cool.
That's an awesome class to take.
Yeah, I mean, not that far from. It's like, I don't know, 10 miles from here, if that even. But here, so we were in the Palos area, Palos Willow Springs, right off of Archer Avenue, Redgate Woods. And people can find more about this story in your book. You want to give you a little plug on the book and the website and the whole thing?
Absolutely. The book is called Secret Chicago, and the website is secretchicagobook.com. Lots more hidden gems around the area for you to enjoy in the book.
All right, well, I'm going to head back. I'm guessing you are too, right? You're not going to hang out here and melt in the heat. Oh, but real quick, there's these fun little, I think these are ventilation containers or something. I don't know, but there's these little random hidden gems out here. That's for some kind of something. So there's a bunch of weird little fun facts out here, but in the middle of Redgate Woods. But thanks for coming out and getting your workout in today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. This is so much fun and an incredible part of Chicago history and world history that's just right out here in the Forest Preserve.
Awesome.
Who knew?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go for another loop.